Welcome in, everyone, to the Fly for Fun show. Today is, of course, July 21st. It is our 29th show of the year. Man, Ray, and man, these shows are flying by. And we'll welcome you in a second. Captain, of course. Today's guest is Jerry Calverley, who is a teacher, and he runs a drone interest group there in Texas. And he is personal friends with Chris Hope. And Chris was telling us about that a little bit last week. And I saw this interview. I guess he was on Kelly Shores about a year ago. So to be an interesting guest, so we want to welcome him in a few. Ron Lockwood was scheduled to be on. He is in a process of moving or something with his house, so he won't be on. But we may have if you remember last week, we were supposed to have Sergeant Nick Williams, who got called out to a drone rescue, and he is going to try to hop in. He texted me a little while ago. I sent him the link, so we'll see. I hope he does, and we'll give you the update on that. I'll let him give the update. Ray and I kind of know the outcome of that situation, but welcome in. Of course, today we'll be giving away some Fly for Fun show stickers, and I got some JohnnieDroneFlyer stickers, and we got some Capture Life Connection stickers. So we'll do that about halfway. And so we'll give some stickers away at the end, and at about the middle of the show, and we'll do our 2-part 107 questions. And Captain, we're doing that a little bit different. We're doing the first 2 correct answers get put in a hat, and give somebody else I say a chance. And right now, if you look across the bottom of the screen, let's see, I think I got the names in the hat so far. We got Matt Bagwell, Michael Wright, Chris Waters, Michael Blaze, Chuck Kovac, Maddie, and John Olson, and JC flying. So yeah, we'll put 4 more names in a hat tonight, and we'll do that. And of course, you can visit our Fly for Fun Facebook page and post stuff there. And I guess that, well, let me go through this. I do want to say that the drone guide is up and running. And if you want a copy, email me. I think we got one more correction to make. Chuck Kovac, I got to pick on Chuck. He didn't know the start time of his own show, so he sent it to me wrong. But I'm gonna charge him for that correction. But no, we'll get that changed. And then I do want to wish Paul Hodges had a birthday, I think yesterday. And Greg Pittman, I want to say, his mother is very sick, so keep him in your prayers. And Dee Dee, Sergio's wife, had a procedure done, and she's doing good. And I think Sergio took a couple of days off to help her. And then Brad Austin's mother passed away, I think, last Monday. So, just keep him in your prayers. So we got a lot going on in that aspect of the drone community. Not a lot happening in the drone community as far as news and stuff recently. But hey, Captain Ray, I know I guess I got to go on. My mouth never stops here. But how was your week, and how's things in New York?
Everything's good. Good here in New York, Johnny. We had a little rain today, but that's all right. I'm hoping to get out tomorrow morning and fly. So it should be good. I'm looking forward to it. I told you already, I'm going to go fly down by the river in downtown Riverhead, right along the river. Yeah. So, and there's an aquarium right there. I may zoom in on that aquarium, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, Captain, if you want to wish, I know, man, we got a lot of people in the chat. If you want to welcome in as many as you can.
We do, man. Look at this. And Matt Bagwell, he was number 1, and TJ's got a new name there, TJ Drones and More, and AZ Drone Dude. How you doing?
Dave, yeah.
Wedgworth, he's always supporting everybody, and we appreciate it, Chris. And I saw you's name there. How you doing up in Canada? Bill Rohane, JC Flying in North Carolina. Third Eye View, good to see you. Oh, man, Jerry Bauer, Canada. And Chucky's in the chat.
Chucky's in the house. Yeah, Chucky's in the house.
Always good to see you. Oh, man, Mendez Drone Ops, how you doing? And we got Jerry, he's in the back room eating all that shrimp,
Yeah, he is. He's eating some shrimp and fettuccine.
Good to see you, Marcel. Stevie, Capture Life Connection. Man, look at this. We got a great crowd in the house, and we appreciate you guys watching.
Yeah, I see Angela just joined us. Of course, Chris Waters. Who else? Mendez.
Fly Zone, how you doing?
Class Script, yeah.
Come on, Dowling. Yeah, we got a great classics in the house too. But anyway, we got a great
Yeah,
crowd.
Charlie, I see Charlie. Welcome in. Charlie, welcome in. Charlie Drone just entered the room, and yeah, I do. And I just want to make a note of a channel change. Matt Condiff, new Nick change. He changed his name to Matty's Drone World. So check that out. We were talking one night and with Sergio and I think Michael and us, and we talking about logos. So Matt said, "Hey, I want a logo." So Mike and Sergio designed him a logo.
You know, Johnny, I got to compliment you on that shirt that you're wearing, man. It looks good. It really does.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I did a little design on Teespring. It is up. I didn't want to really say too much till I got one in and tried it out. But yeah, so we'll get some. I'm gonna get some made, of course. But Teespring, what's great about Teespring, you can order it and there's no inventory, so it's kind of fun to do that. You
know what? One of my editing project this week was I did a little trailer for the second annual South Florida Drone Meetup.
Yeah, I got it pulled up. Can I show it, Captain?
We're going to have that on Saturday, April 2nd, 2022. And I believe in preparing early so people can make plans. And if you got it, why don't you just show it?
Yeah, let's let me show it. I got it pulled up. I believe I had it set.
How you doing, Leonard? Good to see you.
Let's see here. Here we go. CaptainRay, you did this like a little movie.
Yeah, it's a little trailer, goes by quick. It shows a lot of the people that were at this year's show, We had such a good time. I had such a good time. I think everybody did. All Christian covering that time. There were all kind of drones there.
We did.
A lot of times, you just couldn't get the see these other kind of drones. Please, make a chance to join us. But yeah, I had fun making that little promo, So
yeah, that was very nice, Ray.
Yeah, and
yeah, and that's I know it seems like a long time away, but you know what? It's really not that far. Of course, I like I've said many times. I know we met. I would say half of our class. I kind of look at it like a reunion. We met half that class over there in Florida, and we'll meet the rest in Texas. So.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to Spin Up. I really am.
Yep.
I know it's a different type of format. There's classes or seminars, but we're going to learn a lot at Spin Up, and I'm looking forward to meeting everybody.
Sorry, I got booted off my own stream now. It seemed like.
Yeah, and meet up. I'm going to 10 days up in Rhode Island with Mark Fisher and the Rhode Island Drone Meetup group. And
yeah, we'll have Mark join us. Next Wednesday, Mark's going to join us, I believe. So, well, CaptainRay, with no further ado, I guess Jerry's sitting back there, and we talked a little bit before, but let's I'll let you introduce him, and we'll get him in.
Jerry is a teacher, and he has a group in his high school, the Drone Interest Group. And he's teaching the students at his high school how to fly drones. And it's one of the most popular classes at that school. So without any further ado, let's bring in Jerry Calverley.
Calverley, yeah. Jerry, nice to meet you and welcome in. I appreciate you taking time out of your Wednesday afternoon there to spend with us.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I appreciate it. I like to talk about the group anytime I get a chance to. So I appreciate you having me on to be able to spread the word about what we're doing and how the kids are involved and what kind of fun they can get into and what kind of trouble they can get into. So
yeah. Well, you know what? What I didn't realize when I went and took my Part 107 about not very long ago, and when I was at the airport taking it, one of the guys says that there's a school in the next parish. Of course, our local high school has a robotics team that's pretty award-winning.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do anything with drones, but right up the road they do, and those guys are coming to take their Part 107, he says.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting.
That's one of my goals long term, is for the kids to be able to get a 107, and then start, as we have kids going through the program, they come in and they don't know anything, and then they start learning a little bit. The problem is that this class is only a one year class, so like there's not multiple levels. But I'd like to have it so that we have the initial class where they come in and they learn all the basics, and then if they want to go further with it, then they can go further by getting in a second class, advanced class, where we would teach them how to do the Part 107 work, and then actually start teaching them how to start a business, that type of thing. So that's a long-term goal, one of them.
So, Jared, do they take that as a freshman or sophomore?
Well, it's interesting. It just switched. The names of the class just switched. The class is actually not a drone class per se. It's in the in order to have a certain class, you have to submit a recommendation that we have a class. You have to do a presentation. You have to explain what the class is going to be like,
right,
and tie it to certain learning objectives and so forth. So instead of us starting with that, we started with one that was called Scientific Research and Design, which was pretty wide open, and we could learn anything we want to in that class. So I focused a lot of that on RC building and working on drones mainly, but we started to get into planes this year and even some cars. So we're doing a little bit of both, the sky RC as well as the ground RC. And this year they changed it to be called Principles of Technology. They stopped supporting the class overall in the district because we started a new school just right up the road here that is going to be focused on technology and engineering kids. So they're going to be going to school there to learn all the technical classes. So they won't be going to the regular, they can come from all over the district to go to that school. So cool. They took a lot of our classes from here over to that school. So the one that I teach now is one that I've taught before, but Principles of Technology encompasses all the TEKS, all the learning objectives that I would need to be able to teach by using drones and planes and RC cars, and other things too. So
I would have loved to had a class like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I wish we were portable and I could take you in here and show you. 3D printing is a big part of what we're doing.
Oh wow!
So we're doing 3D printing. I was gonna, I've got practical application. Obviously, I printed these things for keeping stuff in here, and we do phone stands and other things that kids. I taught them how to do keychains. So there's just different stuff that we're doing, and I'm trying to get the kids to learn how to solve problems, find a problem, find a solution.
Sure.
But I do these little keychains for the kids for our school.
Very cool. Yeah.
So I teach them how to do those things. And one of our students, a prior student, wanted to he graduated and he wanted to get something to hold his phone on his wheelchair. And he doesn't have real good dexterity with his hands, and he can't move around really well. So I said, sure, I bet we could design something. So one of my seniors this year and I sit down and set about trying to get him something that would work. And he got it, and it works on the magnetic type where you put something on the back of your phone and then it sticks to a magnet, and it's down low and it's not in his way, and it's adjustable, and it's all 3D printed, and he loves it. He says it works really, really well. And so that type of thing I want to be able to do with the kids as well, is try to show them some things that are fun and they're going to learn a lot from, but then they can turn around and use that information to apply to a problem and come up with a solution.
And Jerry, what do y'all fly? What do y'all fly when you?
Well, the short answer is all of my drones, because we didn't buy any as a school.
Okay.
I've gotten into FPV, and I've done camera drones as well. So I've got this is the other good thing. There have been a lot of very generous donors, people who have come in and been very, very helpful with all kinds of technology. Frank Alfonso is one of the probably, if I had to say one of my biggest donors, he's donated a Phantom 3 Pro, a Phantom 4 Pro, a DJI Air 2, no, Air 1. I had another one. She donated a DJI Mini, and she doesn't really want me to tell who she is, but I can't tell you how appreciative I am of her.
Sure.
And she's in a lot. Just a hint, she's in a lot of the chats, so you'll probably see her. But But she asked me to keep keep it a little bit quiet, not really tell. She wanted to just be generous and help. So I've had that one. I've bought some of my own, and I've traded some. And then I've had people who've bought FPV equipment and pieces and parts when we needed them, and they've sent those to us. So I've gotten to where I'm getting more and more things that are functional and working. And we, of course, Kelly Shores with Ready Set Drone has donated several toy drones to give the kids just something to get the eye-hand coordination going and to learn the controls. So he's been very helpful. He's given us some bugs. Hello. Hello.
Captain Ray, somebody's telling you hello.
How you doing? Good to see you again, Billy.
I'm sorry. She had to drop something off of my house, so she interrupted. But go ahead, Jerry.
No problem. So so I bought other things that I do work with. The school has started stepping up and helping me with 3D printing. We got a grant through one of our school does it's called a site-based committee, and it's anything that you want to do on site that is going to help develop a program for the kids.
Right.
And they have helped me by we bought 4 printers, 3D printers now through that program, and they bought some filament and some other things. This year, I'm hoping to get another grant from them that's going to help us build the program even more and try to especially for things like when you're trying to put together some of the simple drones that, we were right at the end of the year 3D printing the frames for those little, I forgot the name of it now, the long range nano, and I got the frames printed, but I don't have motors and stuff like that. So I've reached out to a few of the vendors in the area in the US, and some of them are trying to help me by sending us flight controllers and motors and cameras and stuff. Ken Herron's been very good at sending me things. When he gets things that he wants to use, he's not going to do for a giveaway or doesn't do a review on it. He just sends it to me, and we're happy to get it. Anything we can get from him has been very helpful.
It sounds like a really, really great program. It really does.
Yeah, it's really good. I've got a lot of kiddos that have gone on to do other things. One is currently working in a company where he's helping to design headlights for cars.
Really?
I don't know. I didn't know there was just companies that did that, but that's one of the things he does now. And he was actually just a shop help, and then he kept saying he wanted to be a part of the actual designing. And so he kept at them, and they finally gave him a shot, said, well, you can do it on your own time. And then, if you get proficient, then we'll let you do something. So he did. And, on his breaks and at lunch and things. And now he's designing headlights, and he sent me a note the other day, and he wants to get together for dinner and stuff. So after the kids graduate and go on, they use some of the skills that they've learned in my class to go on and do some more interesting things.
Yeah, so well, Jerry, we talk about it all the time. The other day at the office, everybody, of course, wants their kids to move on to college. But, today, plumbers, electricians, all those guys are making ton of money. So, you do need the trades. And
right.
I'm not saying droning is a trade, but it absolutely could be.
Sure. Well, and if you're learning how to build something, you're learning to solder, you're learning to program, you're learning to do all kinds of things that, you can use in different areas.
Sure.
Just interacting with a computer that has to have a peripheral attached to it, and then something that has to be done with it. And then, all that is technology that kids don't all have just mentally. Oh, I can do that.
Absolutely. Flying drones is we talked about that too. When you get that video, you also have to know what to do with it.
Edit.
You need a good computer.
Yep.
You need to know how to edit.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know how to charge batteries. That's a
right.
big thing. So right. SD cards. I mean, it's just a lot more than flying drones. So that's a great. Yeah. Jerry, I got a little video pulled up.
Okay.
You mind if I share it?
No, yeah, go ahead. That'd be good.
Let me see if we can. I think you said it's a little bit. It's not real old, but this is kind of welcoming them to that to the dig.
Right.
Let's see here. Here we go.
These kids are so lucky. They really are.
Yeah, we've got a lot going on.
Hey guys, I would like to welcome you all to the Drone Interest Group. Since we are still working on getting content out to all of you, I just wanted to give you all this welcome to the Drone Interest Group here in 2021. Now, this is a shot of the campus before
Jerry, how big is that high
2020
school?
school year, if I'm correct.
Well, it's growing. It's
in
at 22.
2019.
I think 2,200 was this past
And
year.
it's recorded
And we're
Okay.
supposed to be close to 3,000 in the next year, this year and the next year.
Cool.
Oh,
So it's growing fast. As a matter of fact, off in the distance, there's downtown Dallas, you can see, and right by heading towards the sunset is actually just to the right of the sunset is where our new high school is, the Vanguard. You can't see it very good here, but
I'm kind of speeded along, not because, but yeah,
Yeah.
jump around a little bit, but yeah. So
it's a pretty good campus. I mean, I grew up in Mesquite. I went to a Mesquite school through junior high and high school.
sure.
And I went on to be an Air Force mechanic in the Air Force. I worked on jet airplanes. And then I got out and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but I didn't want to, I wanted to do something where I could help people. I thought I was going to do nursing. And I was in my last year as a nurse at nursing school at Baylor University. And I decided nursing was not going to be my long-term career goal. So I got out, much to the chagrin of some of my family and friends. But with my science background, I decided I wanted to do education. And I haven't looked back. It's been amazing.
No, yeah, my daughter's a teacher, and it's a very rewarding career,
Right.
that's for sure.
Well, there's a lot of lives changed. A lot of kids that are rough. They haven't had a real good opportunity for people to work with them and mentor them and guide them. And it's something that I think it's important for us to have as a public school, is to have men who are strong, I say role models. Some people don't want to be looked at as a role model. I feel like if I don't step up and do my part to be a guide for those kiddos, that there's a lot of bad things that can happen in the future.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I want to be a part of that.
Teachers are really so important for their students. And when you become a role model for them, you
Mhm.
really change their lives. You really do.
Yeah, and I've got, I had a student that I was really hoping would be here this year. Unfortunately, he moved, and he's in a neighboring community, but I won't have him with me. But he's been here since the beginning, and that kiddo was a terror, and he does not mind me sharing because he's a real success story.
Well, that's great, yeah, and that's what makes you, that's what makes you proud, and
Yeah.
you know what, I think it is, you found something that they like. I mean,
Yeah,
sometimes you're forced into taking some courses, of course, and you may not
Right.
like them, but
Right.
when you take something that you really like, or that I think you have a different attitude for sure.
yeah, and I have one kiddo that he started off almost the whole first semester last year sleeping. He'd come in and go to sleep. He wouldn't do anything. We had projects going on all over. It wouldn't do anything. And I don't know what happened. I went and talked with one of his other teachers. I don't know what happened, but something right before the year ended, right before Christmas break, the end of the, not school year, but the end of the year. And he came in at the beginning of the year and was on fire. And that kid learned to solder. He learned to program. He pulled drones that I had that were broken apart. We put cameras in them. We put VTXs in them. We replaced motors. He was fired up, and he's coming back this year. I hope he's going to be in the class again. He said he is, but he will probably be one of my leaders in the class. He's going to be, He's really going to take over. And I'd have kids would come to me and they'd say, I can't get this part to do whatever, or I can't, and I'd say, well, Carlos can do it. Take it to him and show him what you need, and he can help you do it. And he was eating that up too, being able to show other kiddos what to do.
That's great. Well, I tell you what, we're gonna put the question up, the first question,
Okay.
and then we'll continue real quick. And Jerry, I do have something I do want to ask you, because this is the part 107. The first two correct answers won't stop the chat. But which thunderstorm life cycle stage is the most characterized by downdrafts? A, cumulus; B, dissipating; and C, mature. And we'll leave that up a few minutes. Put the correct answer up, and we'll definitely get that. We'll put the first two correct answers. They go in a hat, and
Have the big drawing at the end of the month.
Well, for the
Okay.
we'll do a remote 101 t-shirt. Jerry, one thing I did see, you had an interesting. I know you do camera birds, but you said those kids catch on to FPV.
Oh yeah,
It seems
they
like
catch on. It's ridiculous. I've had kiddos put the goggles on, and I give them the controller, and I've got tiny whoops, and they just take off and they're flying. I'm going, how do you do that? I've had them. We put it on the big screen TV here in the room, the simulator, and I'll just put the controller down. I'll say, hey, anybody want to come try this? And there'll be 2 or 3 of them that'll come up and go, yeah, I could do this. I think I could. I said, well, we'll see what you can do. And they're not in what do you call it? They're not in auto level mode. They're in acro, and they're flying it just fine. And I just, hard to believe.
I recently got a little FPV, and I tell you what, man, I cannot fly that thing in acro. I mean, and it's amazing when I was watching a little bit of your video with Kelly Shore, on another, and you was talking about that. I just think is that because you think they play a lot of video games, or
I think so. Yeah, even my son did that. I took him out, and I wanted to get him interested in it. My youngest one, and he's a big gamer, and I thought for sure he'd really get a kick out of doing FPV, and he enjoyed it a little bit, but he got bored really fast, and it didn't catch on with him like I thought it would. But he went out and we were flying. He was like, it feels like I can't control this the way I really want to. And I said, well, I got it in auto level mode, and I thought, well, that'll keep him from flipping it and whatever. And I said, now I'm gonna switch it, but when I switch it, you gotta be careful because it's really hard to learn. It took me a while. And he said, oh, go ahead. So I switched it. And he was like, oh my gosh, now I can. And he's like doing flips and turns, and I was like, golly,
that right there makes maybe I'm just getting old, I guess. But man, that's those things to me are. Now I can see how they would be fun to fly. First time I put some goggles on, but I'll tell you what, I cannot. I done hit everything in the house and everything outside.
We ask all our guests, if they had one drone they'd like to buy, their favorite drone, what would yours be?
Oh wow, that's hard to say. I want the latest and the greatest of FPV, but I also want a really nice camera drone as well. So, I think what I would want is, I think I would want something that is, I like the Skydio. I think if I could go out and get one, something I don't have already and would really want, probably I don't see myself buying one just because of all that's involved in, trying to buy too many things and not have enough money left over at the end.
We haven't heard Skydio yet. That's an interesting choice.
Yeah. Because that's and Jerry, it looks like y'all have a lot of room there on campus. So
we do.
So you could do some tracking. I mean, I think that drone is better in that tracking mode, than it is. I'll say a camera.
Well, last year, actually, it's 2 years now. Middle of the year before, and then last year, the coach came to me and said, or actually, he didn't come to me. We share a room, and I said, "How would you like for us to start videoing the practices, so you guys could kind of see, from the bird's eye view, what your football team is doing?" And he said, "Sure, that'd be great." I said, "I'd love for my kids to learn how to come out, and it's almost like for a Part 107, it's like going out and doing a job. It's like, okay, the coach is your customer, and the content is the activity, the practice, and you're gonna need to go out and you're gonna have to find out what they want. You're gonna have to verify that what you're giving them is what they want, and you're gonna have to follow direction. Don't miss things, like don't be talking and being silly.
Sure.
What they want is pretty simple, but because of that, it's almost boring. So they'll start to drift off and think about other things, and they'll be snapping a play, and you're not recording. Oh no, what happened? So that was a great play. Did we get it? No, we didn't get that one. You can't have that. You got to be on the whole time. So I try to get them to be professional, be safe, work with the customer, being the coach. The customer's the coach, and fly and show them what. And then I've had kids come in and go, "Mr. Calverley, we saw the video you've been taking. It's so amazing, man. It's like watching Madden, because the layout is just like Madden." And I've never played Madden, but I assume that it's the same. They're pretty excited about it. And coach has been very, he's excited about it. And he helped me buy he helped me buy some parts. We were gonna, that solo you see in our promo video, that solo was donated to us. But as you probably know, or maybe you don't, solos, 3DR solos came out and were a really great platform at the very beginning. But they started having these really bad problems with the batteries just cutting out and them just falling out of the sky. So they quit building them, they quit supporting them, and now you can't even buy batteries for them. So we use that 3DR solo, but at first I was thinking, okay, we could use this to do the stuff with the football team. And then I realized that thing weighs about almost 8 pounds, and you drop that thing on a kid, it's going to hurt.
Well, they wearing helmets, you know.
Yeah, yeah, but I didn't want to have to answer to a parent, you know.
No,
so I said,
I could see where that would really help the team out a lot.
Well, yeah, I know college coaches, of course, they, even our local, they're up there filming their practices, but it's definitely, it's not as high as a drone. So that's pretty interesting. You might just order something there, Jerry.
Yeah, and it's been good for them. The kiddos have enjoyed it, and the coaches have really appreciated it, and they've helped me to buy SD cards and some other things.
Sure.
They tried to buy batteries and some things for that first one, and when we found out how they could just drop out of the sky, and I just told myself I just don't feel comfortable with that. Now with the Mini, we use the Mini and the Air, and both of them will get opposing views, of the defense and the offense, and they really appreciate that.
Yeah, and I think the coach could be able to see who's kind of like gagging around too,
Yeah.
So when you say the Mini, you're talking about the Mini 2 or the original Mini?
No, I have the original Mini. I have actually the one that I traded off a Phantom 4 original. I traded that off for a Mini. When I was on Ken's show, I mentioned that I wanted to do this project with the kiddos, and I needed something a little bit smaller, and a Mini would be great for that. And so somebody contacted him, who then he put in touch with me, and we made the trade.
Amazon got the original Mini for $3.99 flat right now. I just pulled it up, and I saw it on Facebook. I think Ron Brown of Drone Nation put it up, but it's still on sale, which is for $3.99.
That is a deal.
That's a deal. So
there's nothing wrong with that first Mini. Mine worked fine. Unfortunately, mine personal one got damaged last year by the student that I told you moved away. I mean, he was doing his best, but he didn't think it through, and he was trying to take off from a platform, and the wind caught it and flipped over backwards and cracked it all up. So I've bought parts for it. I'm waiting for them to come in, and then I'm going to rebuild it.
Well, guys, I want to welcome in a few, Captain Ray. We got a ton of people in. I want to welcome Drone Shots, Drone Views Media, Jim's Droning, Roger of Canadian Drone Hub, Marcus is in the house, Matt Bagwell, Back in Teej, Bill Renee, who else is new? Scott Nadeau joined us. DeMarco's in the house. Michael and Sergio. Who else? I'm just trying to go through.
Big crowd in the house.
Big. I really appreciate it, Jerry. Great guest. I mean,
Jerry, they must know that was you. You were on the show tonight.
Teachers get. Sometimes I say, my daughter got into teaching, and I was saying, hey, you know what? I don't want to hear any griping about what you make and all of that, but it's very rewarding.
Yes.
And we personally had a tax here just for teachers, a sales tax, and it did pass. So I was very proud of that.
That's
we
good.
Finally stepped up, and I know everybody thinks they deserve a raise, but you guys, it's a hard job. It's sometimes not as easy. I know y'all spend a lot of your own money, and you're a great example of that.
Yeah, I've got too much money spent.
I mean, I don't even know if I would let Captain Ray fly my drones, but
that's been the hardest thing is knowing that when you hand it over.
We got to give Jerry a big hand, man.
Tell you what, everybody give Jerry a clap. Hey, we want to put. We continue with the show, guys.
Yeah.
Pick a number between 1 and 50, and you win some stickers. And listen, even if you don't win and you want some stickers, hey, just message me. Captain Ray and I, we order some more. We'll get you some stickers. It's just a little fun thing we do.
Okay.
But, I haven't heard from Sergeant Nick yet, but hey, we'll just continue to keep on going on here.
Yeah, there's when you said letting somebody fly your stuff, I did. I had a hard time at that at first, and then I realized it's just stuff, and kids, their lives changing is way more important than that stuff.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's hard to watch a $400 drone get smashed, and then you go, wow, that was that.
And Jerry, have y'all lost a drone?
We haven't lost one yet.
I mean, crashed. I mean, you've crashed a camera.
Oh, we've crashed a few, broke a few. Yep. I actually have had several, especially the FPV, the mini, the FPV ones. We've had several of them that are tiny whoop types. They're always getting broken and whatnot. So yeah, it's the SEMAs right now. As a matter of fact, I've got about 5 SEMAs that all have one thing or another broke on them that we're gonna have to get some parts. And I didn't know it, but you can. I mean, I do now, but you can buy every part for a SEMA through the SEMA.com website. They're not very expensive, but you know, I can get a set of motors. I can get the different things for it. So I'm probably going to try to rebuild some of them. Some of them are so bad. We've had them crash so many times, and I've already swapped parts with other SEMAs now that their frame is not any good anymore. It's just
it's a low number, guys. I just want to give you a hint. Nobody's guessed it yet, but hey, just keep on keeping on. It's a very low number. Hint.
Yeah. Chris Hope's in the house. How you doing, Chris?
Hey,
man, Chris.
Hey, Chris. Good to see you, bud.
There you go.
Congratulations.
Mendez Drone House got it.
Lucky number.
Oh, wow.
Mendez Drone got it.
That's a good deal.
But yeah, Jerry, that's a great you know, man, I'll tell you what, it's just amazing what y'all do there.
Well, you know, I've had other schools. I've got a local school here where my kids.
Are you becoming a pilot for that program?
Yeah, I'm having people contact me and ask me how did I get it started. You know, their school won't let them do one. What did I do to get mine started? And basically, I had a very supportive principal.
Sure.
Our principal was very supportive and excited about it. He would even come down and fly with us sometimes after school. And you know, he said, you know what, I want to see it happen, so you do your best. And at first it was after school. It was just on a certain night of the week, and Wednesdays and then Mondays. And then I told him, I said, there's a lot of kids that play football, that are in band, that are all kinds of outside activities, and they want to learn, but they can't because they can't be there because of practice or whatever. Or they don't have a ride from their parent. I said, I really want to start this as a class program. And so he said, you know, what would it be like? And I explained it to him, and he said, I'm in. They said, let's use it with the scientific research and design class.
Jerry, do y'all do y'all offer a robotics team there? Or?
There's our robotics. A while back before I got here, there was a robotics team. There's not one now. I'm probably going to be one that would help bring that back soon.
Right, yeah, because it's pretty big here. You know, they won some awards and went all over the country, and they only started about probably 6 or 7 years ago. So it's pretty done pretty good.
Our ROTC program through the Army does Army ROTC. They have a robotics competition, and they did one this year, and they came to me for a lot of different parts and pieces and tools and stuff. So we got
Jerry, this, and you probably know the answer to this. We're gonna put this second question up, and we'll keep up. What is the minimum age required to register a small UA A13, B16, C17? This is not for Part 107. This is to register. So, you know, we'll keep up with the correct answers, and we'll go through the chat, and we'll put those 2 names from tonight. Well, it actually be 4 names. Two of the first question.
You know, when we were talking on the phone prior to you coming on, I had told you I'm going to offer my friend who's a teacher, well, my old neighbor, actually he moved, but I'm going to offer to see if he's interested in me going out and showing my drones in one of the classes. I told you he was a shop teacher, so we'll see what he says, and I'll let you know.
Yeah, that'd be a great thing. I think any way you can show safe. First of all, the schools their primary concern is safety. They're like, okay, well, how are we going to know the kids aren't going to get hurt? Right. So, you know, when I show them what precautions I take and how I can make sure that they're safe, that was a big hurdle, and we got over that. And then drones are very expensive. How are we going to afford it? And luckily, I had already some, and I've been able to get some donations and was able to build the program through that.
Jerry, in these days of lawyers and attorneys, I mean, do you have to do any kind of waiver or anything, or is that, I mean,
I have them sign now for the class. It's part of a class, so you know, we go through the safety work, and they take an assessment, and I know that they know they're supposed to be safe, and they know the rules. But as far as like for the club, we had a little parental, I guess you'd call it a permission slip more than anything.
Well,
That,
Jerry,
you know,
of
yes,
course,
there's a chance.
yeah, of course, you're 107. So what do you personally think about the new trust test? I mean, do you think that's a step in the right direction, or?
Well, I appreciate your assumption that I have a Part 107, but I don't.
Okay.
I don't have one. I'm gonna take the test soon, but I just don't have it yet.
So you did do the trust test, or is that
nope,
something?
I haven't done either one of them. I've been since they came out with the trust test. Matter of fact, I haven't flown a drone since we let out of school in May.
Okay.
I've been so busy. I haven't had. I do side work. I do construction and painting as a side business.
Right.
So I do that a lot during the summer, and I've got a lot going on in my personal life. So I'm just trying to keep my head above water at the moment. But
and
yeah,
Jerry, do you see school going back to normal here in September? I mean, when y'all go back?
For us, it is. For us, it is. I don't know about the rest of the country, but in Texas, we're going back like there's nothing going on. I mean, I'm going to do the same thing I've been doing, which is try to get the kids to be cautious. And, you know, and if a kid wants to protect themselves with a mask, I'm highly supportive of that.
And will y'all offer virtual, or is that?
We did last year, and it was a nightmare for me because I'm teaching kids in a classroom and having to be online at the same time. And that was not optimal. It was not a good thing. I think it was the best we could do with what we had. Sure. But it's not optimal, and I would not want to see that happen again. So if kids are going to do online, then they need to have a teacher focused on that online class while someone else is doing a live class, in class, face to face.
Sure. Well, Jerry, that's very interesting. And we got some. We're gonna move on a little bit, and we're gonna show a couple of viewer videos that were sent in, and we'll continue to talk. But right now, I got JC Flying. I think sent this.
JC always sends good videos to us.
Yeah, JC loves.
JC.
You know, that's something I need to do is spend more time learning to edit. I don't have any edit skills at all. I'm learning from the very basics.
Yeah, and that's I don't say I'm having a problem with it, but I use iMovie, and of course you want to get better, but you know, they got so many programs, and it's pretty. Jerry, would that be a part of your class that y'all may teach? Yeah,
actually, there's one of the teachers teaches a media class,
right?
And he teaches them how to edit using not Photoshop. Well, Photoshop's one thing, but it's got the name of it anyway. It's the Photoshop, the Adobe, Suite.
Yeah,
Adobe Suite, and they do the movies through that, and special effects and title art and that kind of thing. And I want kids to be able to do that in my class, so I allow that to happen, and I encourage that to happen. But I don't teach it.
That's a beautiful shot there, JC.
Wow, it is. Look at that.
Great video, JC, man. Look at that.
That is big. That's a big boat. A boat. Don't let them hear you say that it's a boat, because people in the Navy get mad when you call them boats.
Yeah. Battleship North Carolina. Oh, wow.
It's beautiful.
Nice.
JC's a big supporter of a lot of channels. He is definitely. I don't think he's ever missed one of our shows, and we love showing his video. And man, we met him at the drone meet up there in Florida, and he had just the best time.
Yeah, I really wanted to be at the drone meetup this last time, the one in Florida, but I do plan to make a trip out.
Well, Jerry, we'll both, and of course, many people in the chat have their tickets for spin up. So we'll definitely meet you there. And I haven't met Chris Hope, and of course, want to meet Chris.
Yep, I'm sure we'll be there. That is
JC, great flying there.
Yeah. Real smooth.
That's just
very smooth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now that's right in Fayetteville, JC? Or where?
Yeah, JC, I answer you.
Maybe it's in Wilmington? Where? I didn't catch it.
So it stays docked there all the time. That's an exhibit, right?
Yes. Yeah. When I was down in South Carolina, right, I flew the aircraft carrier there. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a submarine down in Galveston And I went down there before Battleship Texas was there, and that submarine was there. It was very interesting to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice video,
Very,
JC.
very cool. Very
Good
cool.
job.
Video,
All right,
JC.
we got one of let's see, Jackie sent this in. Jackie Akers from where's she from?
Drone Seekers?
She's the Drone Seekers. Jackie does some great videos, and she loves to send them in. I love to share them. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, she's pretty good.
Well, that's some interesting shots.
Nice
Good shot.
They got some great places to shoot some video. I can tell you that, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is in Spain, for those that don't know. Right,
Okay.
Brian? Spain?
In Spain.
Wow. Yeah, that little building there would be a fun place to FPV around. The canyon, that'd be a great.
Man, that is. I tell you what, that is gorgeous.
That'd be fun.
Very nice, Jackie. Thank
Did
you.
I get kicked out? Did it stop?
That's wild.
You know, Jerry, another question that we ask our guests that are on the show is if you had one dream location that you'd like to fly someday,
Mm-hmm.
the world, anywhere in the world where you can fly legally, where would that be?
Well, I think the obvious choice for me would be Hawaii.
Hawaii. Yeah, we've gotten that answer before.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
heard that before. Yeah.
I think Hawaii would be the obvious one for me right off the bat. But I would also like to be able to go to Alaska because I've seen some of the footage that our buddy in Alaska has been putting out, and that's just a beautiful place. But
Yeah,
I'm
that would be.
not a good in the cold kind of person.
Well, Captain Ray, I got a video that Tom put up. And you may recognize this location. Let's see if Tom Dowling sent this.
Oh, well, look at that.
Nice Sheephead Bay, sure.
Those hyperlapses are amazing. That's funny to watch those boats when you don't realize how much movement there is.
Now, is this FPV, Johnny? This FPV, right?
I think so. Yeah. This was with the DJI FPV.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm not sure if Tom is still in the chat, but he was earlier.
Not a sailboat. That little harbor.
Wow.
Wow, that's a lot of boats.
And Ray, how far is that from you, Ray?
That's a good 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You don't realize how much water there is around Long Island.
Have you flown that, Ray?
No, I've never been in there. No, the first time I went in and flew was with the those guys at their meetup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I know you're a big boating person, so I don't. Just a little thing that the type of stuff that I do. My mom and dad wanted me to rebuild their pontoon boat, so it's a tri-tune.
Okay.
So I took the tri-tune all the way down to the tri-tunes and rebuilt it, rewired it, put new furniture in it, the whole 9 yards. And now the motor is messed up, and there is such a shortage on motors, we can't get a motor for it.
Right. I know.
We have this brand new boat sitting with no motor. We can't even get out on it.
Hey, Tom, this is a great video, man. I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah,
that
that is,
one.
Tom. That's some great shots.
I like chasing the sea-doos and stuff too. That I do that at the lake where we go a lot. I haven't got the nerve to do FPV on it yet. I've chased them with the Phantom.
Yeah.
And but I haven't chased them with FPV yet. I just don't feel that confident.
Well, Tom uses a hand controller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a DJI controller that.
That's cool.
But that's pretty neat.
Very cool.
Very cool. Nice job, Tom.
Yeah, and then we'll I got Bill Captain Ray, as you know, Bill Renane and Maddie and TJ went out flying they started off at a one location, and of
Jupiter
course
Lighthouse, the famous Jupiter Lighthouse.
Wow.
right, but they started off in one location. I think they got I don't say they got booted out, but anyway, they didn't see the drone sign. But they end up going to another. So I'm gonna play a little bit of that video, and they really had a great time at that.
Yeah, I was.
Actually, I was doing my coffee and drone show on Sunday morning, and they actually got on live. So let's see if we play a few minutes of that. I'll jump it around. It's kind of long, but we'll move it around a little bit. But they had a great time.
TJ Alexander, we're going to fly.
There's Maddie in the background.
Inlet, where there's
and Ray, you know right where that was at.
Museum.
Yeah, no, that's a great location to fly.
There's Maddie, and there's TJ.
TJ.
Setting up their drones.
Yes, sir.
This takes longer than the drive down here.
They had a lot of fun flying though. They ended up spending a whole day. I think they went to lunch and even did some more flying after, I believe.
So finally,
When Bill went down to the other location, he really got a great flight in.
And this is the other location, right?
Right here. Yeah, he flew right from the inlet.
Wow.
And he went right back to that lighthouse, and he got some great shots of it.
Yeah, here's a lighthouse coming up. They got some great. Yeah, they did some. Bill and them it was some great video, and Bill took a little. He was rendering it, I believe, last night. It was taking a while, so he finally got this up today.
Hey, Bill, what were you shooting at?
There's the lighthouse.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's a nice lighthouse. My favorite lighthouse, needless to say.
And Ray, people, yeah, you can see people up there, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen this lighthouse in a lot of other videos as well. Other people have shot that in a lot.
You can pay, I think, $12 to walk to the top of it and walk around. Seniors only pay $10.
Oh, there you go.
I'm glad I'm not old enough to get that senior discount.
Yeah, me too. I'm getting there, but I'm not there yet.
That is some great shots.
Flight is there to us. Yeah. Very cool, Bill.
They had fun shooting that.
Yeah, that looks like it.
That was on a Sunday, so it was pretty busy. I'm sure around there, a lot of boats in the background, and they had to pick and choose, kind of not to fly over the boats. Maddie and Bill and TJ said so.
That Air 2S is really a phenomenal drone. It really is.
Yeah, look at that shot right there.
Yep.
That's real pretty.
Did any of the people wave to you, Bill? Yeah, Johnny, when you come to the South Florida drone meetup, we'll have to definitely go there.
I would love to fly that.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, we're gonna be a little closer this time, though, right, Way?
Yeah.
I've been getting hooked on these silly videos that show all these people going through that Haulover Inlet. Down in Florida. Oh my goodness!
I know.
That would be a fun place to go video. So many crazy.
Yeah, that's a very popular channel.
Oh my goodness! Lots of people go through there. Some people.
Is this Maddie's here?
Very, very cool.
I think this is Maddie's video here. No, this is Bill's. I'm sorry.
Still Bill's, right? Yeah, I think. Yep. You got a big hand too, man.
Good job.
But listen, Johnny, before we forget, we got to tell everybody what happened with Sergeant Williams. All right. So Sergeant Williams obviously couldn't make the show last week because he got called out on a job with his drone. He's the drone pilot for the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. One of the drone pilots, and they had to go search for missing kayakers or a kayaker. And we were hoping it'd be a quick mission, but it wasn't. So he couldn't get back on the show in time. But the good news is he found the missing kayaker.
Yay.
She was clinging to a tree, and they were able to go save her.
Wow.
Yep, and that's a success story.
That's excellent.
Yeah, he texted me, and I was hoping he would,
Yep.
Williams,
I was hoping he would get on, but evidently he didn't. But hey, the outcome was very successful, and I was hoping he would tell the story, of course. And I think it was yesterday we messaged him, Captain Ray.
Yeah. But what an outcome! What a successful outcome!
That's great. Yep, that's really good.
I'm gonna show real quick just a second of Maddie's video. Maddie sent this. This is what his video from the lighthouse. Maddie did a screen recording. So, and this was him when he was with Bill and TJ.
Nice, Maddie.
Ray, I know you sent them to your favorite restaurant down there.
I know. Yeah, they went to the Shipwreck Grill after this, and they had a good time.
They had a great time. Maddie did make note of his channel change. His Maddie's Drone World. He's got a new logo, and they had a great time flying there. Looking good, Maddie. A lot of traffic on that inlet there, though, huh, Captain?
There is.
Yeah, that's a busy inlet on the weekends, especially. Yeah, and it's a treacherous inlet. When the wind and the tide are against each other, it's a very treacherous inlet.
Oh, really?
Local knowledge inlet, they call it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, guys, I want to thank you so much for being on, Jerry. It was an incredible show. I mean, I think people loved hearing the story, and I know you were on with Kelly about a year ago, and Captain Ray, reached out to me and said, "Hey, let's get Jerry on." And I went back and watched a little bit, and then like I said, we had Chris Hope on last week, and Chris said nothing but good things about you, and of course that's. That was, I know you said y'all hang out as much as you can, and you'll be at Spin Up, and I know there's a lot of people in the chat that will be at Spin Up. So so it'll be great to meet you down there. So if you want, you could say your goodbyes, and we'll move along here. We try to keep it right at an hour, and
I appreciate that. If you are interested in the group, we have an Instagram, a Facebook. We have all those are done by the students, and again, there hasn't been a lot of posting lately because the person who was doing all that graduated, and then we're in a transitional period. But if you put in the @ symbol Drone Interest Group in any of the major social media platforms,
we'll do that. And I got your description to your channel or to that Drone Interest Group in the description of the show, and we can add anything and message me or we'll get you in connect. Anybody, of course, I know you're not. And I'm not saying you're, but hey, if anybody wants to make any donations or think about doing something, hey, we'll put you in contact with Jerry, because that's a great. I know we all blow money on stuff, but man, that would be a few dollars. Well,
Right. Well, I started an Amazon list that I could share at some point when, if there's opportunity, I'll put that out there. But I didn't plan on doing that. But I do have a list that I keep, a running list of things that we could really use.
Sure.
And somebody wanted to do that, then they could donate it through that list and know that is something that we actually need. So, and we also take any broken parts, pieces, drones of any kind.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to ask you. Even on my table, I've only been in droning for a couple of years, but I got a ton of stuff that I probably don't use, and that's what I was gonna say. That maybe something that I may bring to Spin Up in the back of my truck and get to you.
That'd be awesome.
Anybody going to Spin Up, hey, I know that's a great time. In the middle of November, right, early part of November, hey, throw it in your car, throw it on a plane, and put it in a bag, and we'll get it to Jerry. Yeah,
that'd be awesome, because then I can take parts and pieces off of them if I need to, and if one's in good enough shape, we can fix it. So that's what I'd like to be able to do.
Yeah, great Great
all
idea.
kinds of things. So just be on the lookout.
Okay,
Good things are coming.
I want to remind everybody about next week. We got Mark Fisher, who will kind of go over to Rhode Island Drone Meetup, and we got Ray. You got in contact with this Jason Crowder and Kathleen DeCina. They are a Fly High in Florida. They are a couple that fly. They have their own channel.
That's good.
So
Yep. They're going to be good.
We'll have them on. Of course, I'll be out at Lake Martin in Alabama, hoping I have good internet, and we'll be doing that show from there. If not, Captain Ray will probably be doing a show with somebody helping them. And then 2 weeks from tonight, we have Randall Warnes and Round Brown. Randall is of course, CEO of Altel Robotics. So Ray reached out to him, so we'll have him on. So
that'd be great.
And then August the 11th, we got Leonard Bro from JSK. So that is just kind of keeping everybody in touch there with the next few weeks. And, join, support all the local channels. I know there's a ton of shows. Look at that drone guide. If you want a copy of the drone guide, I'll email it to you. Hit me up on Facebook or Messenger or Fly for Fun show at yahoo.com. I'll get you a copy of that. And it's been a great show. And I want to thank y'all again. Captain Ray.
Yeah, I tell you, it's great to see everybody in the chat. We got some loyal viewers, Johnny, and it's great to see that. And we appreciate you guys that, stop in the chat. And Jerry, you are one of the most interesting guests that we've ever had on the show. That's
Thanks, I appreciate it.
With the kids, it really is. And I know, like I said earlier, I would have signed up for that class.
Yeah, no lie.
Well, maybe once the year gets going, I could do an evening where some of the kids could hang out and we could have some of the kids here for you to talk to.
That'd be, we'd love to do that.
Yeah, they can share some of their experiences.
Fun. But anyway, everybody get out there, fly for fun and fly safe.
All right, well, we want to thank everybody, and hey, everybody join in. And Bill Thomas is up next on Coast to Coast Drone with Drone Therapy, and I think Dobo actually comes on tonight too. So yeah, tune in and support everybody. Hit that bell and set those reminders for your shows. And everybody, thanks, and see y'all next Wednesday night.
All right, take care. Thank you. Appreciate you inviting me.